Hello again. Today we're going to tie this little damsel pattern. I'm going to call it a glass rib damsel because it uses this stretchy, it's called strong and stretch. It's like an elastic. You get it in all sorts of colours. This is just a clear one I'm using today. It's very stretchy, very stretchy. I mean, some of the colours you can get, I've got some black here, pink and purple. I've got some red, orange, yellow, turquoise. You can get it in all sorts of colours. It's a great little pattern, great little still water pattern. It catches a lot of fish actually. So we're going to start by taking this hook out the vise, and in the vise we're going to put a size 10 long shank style hook. And before I do that, I'm just going to put on a 3.5mm olive coloured tungsten bead. Just going to pop that onto the hook, and we just pop the hook in the vise. Whoops. Pop the hook in the vise, do the vise up. Thread is a uni thread, olive 6A, with a really squeaky bobbin apparently. We're just going to run the thread through the wax, as always, to give me plenty of grip on the shank. And then we're going to run from the bead, run the thread up, touching turns, all the way till I'm level with the barb of that hook. The tail is just olive marabou. I'm going to take maybe an inch or so of olive marabou, and as usual I'm just going to trim the horrible bits off the bottom, and then I'm going to pull away any fluff just to reveal the bare stalk. Just going to square them up. There we go. I'm going to catch this in and I'm going to run it up full length of the body. And there we go. And tail length, I like my tail length to be about 2 times the hook shank on this pattern. Maybe a little bit long, just going to trim that. Never cut marabou, always just tear it. Flash is just going to be crystal flash. And I think this is this pearl, is it? Yeah, crystal flash and pearl, but to be honest with you, any flash will do. We're going to add that on my side of the hook. I'm just going to bring my thread down a little bit here. And we're going to add this flash on my side of the hook. Oh, I'm just going to line up the ends a bit better of the flash. We're going to add it on my side of the hook. There we go. Oh, come here. We're going to come around, couple of turns. If it tries to tangle around the thread as you're winding, just manhandle it. Bring the other side over, nicely on the side. Oh, come here. Run the thread back up again. And then we're just going to trim this. I like it to be about the length of the tail. Whoops, there we go. And now we're going to add in a piece of peacock herl. If I can find where I've put it, there it is. And we're just going to take a piece of peacock herl, take one bit off, like that. And we don't need all of this, so I'm just going to sort of take the tip away. I'm going to bring my thread back. I'm going to catch in that herl all the way back. And now I'm going to get some this strong and stretchy, and I'm just going to hit it with a lighter and pull it, okay? And that gives me a little tag that makes tying this stuff in a lot easier. I'm just going to run that up full length of the body, tying it in as we go. And now I'm going to come round, and I'm just going to come around with a permanent pen and just darken the thread off. I mean, you don't really see it, to be fair, but it's what I've always done on this fly. So Now I'm going to take my strong and stretchy. I'm going to bring my thread back to about there. I'm going to make sure, whoops daisy, make sure I've got wax on to grab it. And I'm going to come around with this strong and stretch. And I'm going to leave a gap between each turn. Maybe not a gap that big. Come on. Behave. That's it. Just a little gap between each turn of this strong and stretchy or glass rib. Whatever you want to call it. It's just trying to misbehave on me there. And there we go. I'm going to catch that off nice and tight. I'm going to pull it, really pull it, trim it. And I'm going to make sure that's properly tied in, because that's the last thing you want, is that pulling free. And then with the peacock herl, I mean the ostrich herl, sorry, I've probably been calling it peacock herl all along, haven't I? I actually mean ostrich herl. We're going to bring it up through the gaps in that glass rib that we put into it as we wound it up the body. And now I'm just going to tie that off. Whoops, come here, little monkey. There we go. This stuff we can just break off. So I'm going to come back a bit and I'm going to add a little tiny bit of olive SLF dubbing. Like that. And all this is there to do really is to hold the hackle out, to try and stop it from sort of collapsing flat onto the body as you wind. And now I'm just going to get a toothbrush and I'm going to make sure the peacock, for God's sake, I keep calling it peacock herl, don't I? The ostrich herl is, you know, nicely all brushed out, and basically it gives the effect of the gills on the side of a nymph. It works really well, this fly. It does catch an awful lot of fish. And now I'm going to take a feather from this Indian cock cape, and the colour is badger. And we're going to strip away some of the fibres on the bottom. Give me a nice little tying point. We're going to make sure we got wax on the thread. Give me the grip. We're going to catch that hackle on. Make sure it's on there good and proper. And now I'm going to come in, take off the stem, and now I'm just going to use a pair of hackle pliers here because it would be easier for you to see. Normally I'll just use my fingers, and we pretty much use this feather up. There's one, just keep going until we got enough. That's enough there. We'd wind that on. Now I'm going to sweep everything back. A couple of turns. I'm going to get my tip, which is there. Let's bring it out. Just pull it and it'll break away. And now I'm going to put another very thin bit of this dubbing on, really, just to cover up the thread. And I'm going to come round in front. And that's plenty. And then to varnish it, as always, I'm going to varnish the thread. It really is the easiest way to varnish a fly. And we can just come straight in with a whip finish. 3 or 4 is plenty. Come around and make sure it's really, really tightened up, that thread. Snip it away free. And there you have it. That is, I'm going to try and brush some of the dubbing into the hackle, rough it up a little bit. There we go. Let's get my tail nice. And there we have it. That is my glass rib damsel. It catches a lot of fish. I know I always say that, but this one really does. Once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch these. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you.